Well, here we are again in chaos. Listen, right there is a box of raw food. I'm about to go through it, put it in the freezer, get it situated. That's going to be all for the puppies. TV here. Good Bully TV people. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to try to keep this brief and simple. Right now, the dogs have gotten into their third, that what we call our second trimester. No, I'm playing. A trimester is a trimester. But phase 2, which is problematic, because now they're pooping, spraying, peeing, and doodling. Look at doodle on these dogs. So I gotta wash them today, unfortunately, and clean this area out. Here's the thing: I'm allergic to wood chips, hay. Maybe not wood chips, but hay for sure. And a lot of the cedar and stuff, it'll literally have me coughing like somebody been smoking for 100,000 years, and it just suffocates me. So what I end up doing is getting this horse bedding. Oh, pelletized bedding for horses. I built, as you see, the hill, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and I'm going to put the pups out, clean this area out, wipe it down real good, and then lay the pellets. So now when the dogs do, I will basically be able to just scoop it out, literally scoop it out. But let me get to the part of this thing that I want to talk about briefly. Go ahead and sit down there, man. Well, I've got a second. Someone asked me quite a few times, actually, I'm getting the message, how do you become a part of our team here? And it's improbable for you to do so unless you can show me a 5-year strategy and an obsession with dogs. And I don't want to put it out there for you to get an idea like, yo, I can be in affiliation with these individuals. I'm going to walk you through a couple of the people that are a part of my plan and very, very, very important. We'll start with Jamarcus, who's behind the camera. Jamarcus is a guy that I saw value in years ago. He brought some value back that I think that I could add value to. And let me be very candid in saying, every one of the individuals around me foundationally they're rooted in some form of care. Because of their care, I know how to capitalize on their care. So oftentimes when you get into any business, people go right for how do we make money versus how do we make change. If you actually go and study any of the greats, their businesses were based on making change. Even Bezos was very clear with the investors that they were not going to be profitable for some time. I don't expect to be profitable quick, but we're going on our first solid year, to be clear. This is the first solid year, which means I got 3 years, but technically this is the make it or break it year. So how do you choose a guy like Jamarcus, a guy like Stan from Iron Shark K9, a guy like Hunter to be a part of something, very big? Well, here's one way you do it. You do it based on their ability to do the work, to be supportive, to want to learn. And when you see little things in, people, you can turn them into great things. And Stan's a guy who's had a dog out there with him named Amira for some time. It's a dog that I paid for, went personally to Seattle, Washington, and brought back. Jamarcus started with Baloo, as far as like a dog that's relatively complicated to manage, and he didn't know what was going on at the time, and to a degree he still doesn't at times. But he's learning. Hunter has a level of patience and peace and a work ethic. If you say, hey, we need to go out here and dig a 5x5 foot hole, he might be right there with you with a shovel, digging that hole. So when it's time to go to work and get things done, everybody that I've surrounded myself with foundationally gets things done. So when the money comes, Chris Moore, when I went out there with Chris, and the first time we saw him here in Texas, what was he doing? I go back to the back of his crib, him and his wife are out there shoveling shit. I was going to do my best to not use vulgarity, especially moving forward, but that's just the way that it is. They literally shovel crap all day long. And he's still doing it. And I said, man, we got to figure something out so you don't got to do that. That doesn't have to be the majority of the business. Ruben, obsessed with dogs. Almost in a way that you never be able to, I can't describe it or put it into words, and I don't even think you guys get it when you see videos of him and myself or him talking, because he's somewhere else. Like, he's somewhere else mentally when he's talking dog. And there are very few people who I've found with that level of obsession. But the question then becomes, what's the next 20 years look like for these men? how great can we all become together? What else are we going to do for the next 20 years? I know I'm not clocking in and going to work. So then you say, Jamarcus is rooted in work. He's learned to follow through and stick it out, especially when it's getting tough. Hunter's been sticking it out for a long time and making it work. Stan is learning to... Stan is another one who could stick it out, but for all the wrong reasons and for all the wrong people. I've been thinking it out since I was 5 years old, so there is no stopping me. It's just me making a choice to, do more and be a better leader, help continue to guide and teach and, improve the way that they are. But you know how I chose these kennel partners? It's because foundationally they care. And if I point and shoot and tell them what to care about, they care about that because I care about it. And because they believe in me and have a sense of faith in me, they know that I'll never mislead or misguide them. So even when giving them a triumphant task, like a dog like Baloo, you go, whew, they got more patience than me, so they're better versions of me in some form or fashion. But a lot of times, the boss per se has to make the tough choices. And there have been people who I know wanted to get involved, and here's the thing. They wanted me to hand them or wanted at some point in time the perfect dog. I don't have any perfect dogs. There is no such thing as a perfect dog. The best of the best will tell you there's not a perfect dog because the next year they're trying to create another dog and another dog and a dog after that. The same dog, I don't believe, has ever won Westminster twice. So it's not, like, how much better can we make this? Because even in a beautiful situation, there's still flaws. And flaws doesn't mean imperfection. It just means an opportunity to be better. And that's what I have surrounding me. People objectively, through now evidence, want to be better. And I've put them in some unique situations and challenged them in many ways. And I've watched these men improve slowly but surely. And now for me, you say, hey, how do I get involved? Unfortunately, it's damn near impossible at this point because I have my starting five. I have the guys who I'm going to keep passing the ball to. I have the guys who I think I could do this with. And as long as they keep being the guys I need them to be and they need to be for themselves, we'll be okay. So I'm not looking for help. I'm not looking for outside. I've got the help that I need. And sometimes it's as simple as, holding this camera. So I keep reaching you guys. Sometimes it's, hey, Stan, I need you to take this dog and work on such and such. Got you. Hey, I need you to do so and so, so on. Gotcha. I need you to let the dog, I need you to go back there and play with the dogs for a second because there's a lot that rides on my plate. And if I have to do it all, then it becomes counterproductive. So the fact that they can do the little things even well makes it so much easier. So when you're finding people that you are partnering with, keyword is partnering with, which means in some form or fashion you guys are equal to. For one, treat them equal to. For two, be open and honest. For three, make sure that your values align. The number one value, be it T-Fit or anything that I've ever had and expressed and shared and stressed to these guys and people was care. I've said that and I will always say that. You gotta care. If you do not care, then this doesn't work. And my cousin asked me probably the toughest question I had to answer one time. And he said, boss, how do you get people to care? That's tough. That's tough, man. Some of y'all sitting around people right now, you think you don't give two flying F's about you. And you won't know it till much later. Forgive my snoring people. Look, I appreciate you all. I hope you all are getting it. I hope it's making sense. I thank you for watching sincerely. And I just want to come on here and encourage you. For one, get you some partners. For two, if you can do it without any partners, don't get any partners. For three, make sure your values align. Values are how you build anything. When the values and intent are off, nothing great will come from it. Stay tuned. Take care of your dogs. Like, subscribe, and share, people.